Hey guys, it's Temptress here. Welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. Where we left off, we were in the middle of an AB game. Literally had to watch my last part for that information because I completely forgot. I don't got a lot because I'm glad. So what would my choice be? What would I do? Ally or betray? I chose
Three, two, one.
to be a dick.
Round 2 of the
Fight.
Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed
Because
in
when I was
the
watching it, I remember
warehouse.
how Clover first initially wanted to betray. I don't know. I don't remember how many points we have, and how many BPs we have. And uh, she said she spoke with Tim Hughes. She found out his identity and whatever, and um, wanted to switch to ally. Well,
Thank you for Ambidex game.
why would I give her the satisfaction of switching?
What did you choose, Sigma?
You didn't see me push the button?
No.
That's a shame. Huh. Well, you'll know in a moment. What you want to do after that is up to you. You can come with me if you want, or you can stay here.
That's
Your
as good
choice.
as saying you chose betray.
Because I did. I grinned and headed toward the display.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
The thing is, like, Sigma isn't good at lying. I couldn't be like, oh, she's the one that actually chose betray.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
She's the one that said she wanted to. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, hold on. Betray, betray, ally, ally. Oh, he had 6 BP. Okay. So he was safe regardless. And then Clover and I have 9 BP. See? It was fine. Yeah, so... They both hit betray, yeah. And if we had hit ally, we would have 8, and they would have 8. I wonder what's
Points
happened.
have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Dun dun dun. Hey, we're still a pair together.
What did you do, Clover? Sorry. It wasn't me. Sigma, huh? Yeah. Care to explain this then?
What's there to explain? It's exactly what it looks like. I'm getting. That's not why I chose it, but okay.
What?
Are you going with him, Clover?
I will. When they all turned to look at Clover, I made my move. Oh! My feet pounded across the metal floor of the warehouse as I ran for the number 9 door.
Hey, wait!
You'd have to do better than shout if you wanted to stop me. It was closer. I was almost there. I took one last running leap and slammed into the wall, the unlocking device right in front of me. With a yell of triumph, I threw the lever down. Oh my god. So intense. Clover has no choice. She can either leave or be stuck here, leave with me or be stuck here forever. The door began to open. Ooh, how exciting. A heavy metallic grinding noise filled the room.
Shit. That son of a bitch actually did it?
Yeah, his voice sounded almost surprised. I turned to face him. Sorry, but it looks like this is goodbye.
Sigma,
Don't worry. I'll go to the police as soon as I get out and come back with help. I'm not going to just leave you all here to die. I would
Give me
never
that
do
shit.
that.
I know a liar when I see one.
Really? Maybe you should get your eyes checked. I would never lie.
Are you guys just gonna let him run off like this?
They got no choice.
No way. I can't allow that. He took advantage of a sick kid. He's just a coward. Agreed.
Yes,
I also agree.
that's okay.
That's it then. Let's get him. Ready?
Yeah. He's toast.
Just leave it to us.
Hey now, don't do anything you'll regret. This door only opens once, you know. If you stop me
Give it
then...
up. Charge!
Why didn't he just go underneath the door? Shit. I spun back around to face the door. There it was, right in front of me. Freedom. I leapt for it. Or at least I tried. Oh, you're an idiot. It happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, my cheek was being pressed against the cold steel floor of the warehouse. They're gonna send Clover out then.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain.
Shit. Let me go! Let go of me, damn it! Oh, god damn it. Whatever. I could feel something huge and heavy and metal pressed against my back. Kay had to be holding me down. I flailed and kicked, but it didn't do any good. What are you doing? You're just killing yourselves. The door only opens once if I don't...
I know. Go, Clover. Huh? You're the only one of us with 9 BP. Nobody else can get out. But this is an order from your commanding officer.
Oh.
You are to escape from this facility. Once you've accomplished that, call for help. That's... Stop complaining and go. If that door closes, it's all over.
9 seconds has already passed.
None of us will get out of here alive. Leave!
The door had already begun to close. I was like, the 9 seconds has long since passed. The space was narrowing quickly, but was still wide enough for a single person to make it through.
Fine. You didn't leave me much choice.
I couldn't see what had happened, but I heard enough to guess. Alice had shoved Clover through the door. Looking up, I could see Clover's feet just beyond the doorway.
Alice! Go! Call for help! I'm counting on you! Alice! No! I can't!
Well, you got no choice now.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible.
How unfortunate.
Please enjoy your stay.
I was too ambitious. That sucks. Alrighty. So now we have to do the other branch, the ally branch. Okay. Let's go! Betray. Clover, game over. Alright, let's choose ally. No, I can still skip. Skip.
What did you choose, Sigma?
Oh, let's see how this sounds. You didn't see me push the button?
No?
Huh. Well, you'll know in a moment. Let's go. I gave her a light pat on the shoulder and headed toward the wall where the results would be displayed. I kind of wish he said the same thing so she would think he chose betray.
Results
He didn't,
from
when he
round
didn't.
2 of the please.
Everyone looks so nervous. Betray, betray. Ally, ally. Ally, ally. Look at that. It sucks for Kay, Alice, and Dio, though, because they didn't get any points while everyone else got points.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet.
Dun, 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 dun.
So you chose Ally, huh?
I did. Yeah. Quark is sick, a kid, and unable to vote. I couldn't bring myself to betray someone like that.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. No need to thank me. Only do what anyone would have. So you guys chose Ally too, huh?
Of course. Tenmyoji had only one BP left, and he was guaranteed to vote Ally. So there's no way we could betray somebody in that position. If we had, then he'd...
Yeah, he didn't have much choice. Alice, Kay, and Dio, on the other hand, seemed to have had a less pleasant round. I mean, sort of.
Hey, what the hell is your problem? You're either crazy or just an asshole. Were you trying to kill me?
Yes.
No, nothing like that.
Well then, what was it like? If we'd voted Ally,
You would be dead. The needles in your bracelet would have activated, killing you.
Yes.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't think there was any way in hell you guys would choose Ally, not with Alice's BP at 1. The only way you could possibly vote was betray. Picking Ally when I knew you guys would pick betray would have been suicide.
You can't die. You've got 6 BP.
Well, maybe not immediately, no. But I would have been
Right.
signing my own death warrant. Heck, not just mine. Everyone except Kay's.
What?
Yeah,
Didn't
he
you
would have had
think
9.
it through? Your vote was always going to be betray. Let's say I was a raving lunatic and picked Ally. What would happen to Kay's BP?
6 plus 3
Would
would
be
make
9.
9.
Yes, yes, it
See?
would. Simple
Then it'd
math.
be game over. Life over. He'd open the number 9 door and blow this popsicle stand. That'd leave us twisting in the wind, living out the rest of our miserable lives stuck in this place.
Dun, dun, dun.
You see?
I
That's
don't.
why I chose betray. I did it to save all our necks, including yours.
Well, I don't have to like it. Alice gritted her teeth and scowled fiercely at Dio, apparently trying to think of a rebuttal before finally sounding indignant and stalking away. I'm not gonna try that again. Shortly thereafter, the warehouse was filled with the rumbling sound of the doors sliding shut. Ambidex Games now over.
The Ambidex Gate, round 3 of Star Keys. There is no set limit. The Ambidex.
We can play the AB game as many times as we want, right?
Yes.
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get to appear in solo with...
Yeah, he did. Can you guys all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all our colors and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. Red solo. Blue pair. Blue pair. Green solo. Magneto solo. No, Magneto pair. Magneto pair. Blue solo. I see. Luna and Clover are... Oh, cyan. Was there cyan? Find Alice out of Magneta. The remaining 3 are all solos. Kay is red, Dio's green, and I'm blue. So how are the groups supposed to work for the next round? I think the next doors are going to be those white ones down the hall.
Yeah, I heard about those. Alice told me about them while we were here waiting for you and Clover. I think I've got them figured out.
Yeah, so lay it out for us. How are the groups going to shake out this time? I'm a solo, yeah? I nodded and began to explain. Yes. So I'm with Tenmyoji and Quark.
Oh? Is there only one option?
Yes. No other combinations would be able to open the secondary doors. Admittedly, Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here for us to check, but I'm sure they're the yellow pair. If they weren't, then Sigma would be stuck without anybody he could pair up with.
Oh, God. I never thought I'd have to put up with Dio again.
Well, you just didn't think hard enough then. Sooner or later, everybody puts up with Dio.
Does he have his hair in like little pigtails? Never really looked at Dio's hair.
So, what should we do now? It looks like we have a lot of time until the primary doors open.
A whole hour and a half.
I'm worried about Quark's condition. Those pods can't cure Radical 6. He still needs help.
Well, we don't have anything to lose, so we might as well look for that medicine. Excelivir, right?
Excelivir!
Yeah. What about the rest of you?
It's funny because now that I'm on like spring break, every time I hear the word spring break, I'm just like, spring break!
As will I.
Me too.
So like when she said Excelivir, I'm like, Excelivir!
Fine. I guess I can help.
What about you, Sigma?
Of course I'll help. Kind of jerk wouldn't, yeah. Kind of jerk would I be if I didn't help? A nice one, I guess? Oh, well then let me not help.
Okay. We should split up and search.
Okay, I can't skip. After some discussion, Dio and Kay were assigned to the pantry, Luna and Alice treatment center, and Clover, Phi, and myself to the pressure exchange chamber.
Shall we regroup in the Floor B warehouse 10 minutes before the doors open?
We all nodded. Kay turned to Alice and Luna.
You are going to the treatment center, correct?
Yes.
Then please remember to tell Tenmyoji where we intend to meet and when.
Okay.
You must also remember to bring Quark with you.
Yes.
I am concerned about removing him from the pod, but it can't be helped. Without Quark's bracelet, Sigma and Tenmyoji will be unable to open the secondary door.
Right.
Good. Looks like we got all that straightened out. Let's go.
Yes. Let's. With a final nod to one another, we split up, each team heading in a different direction. So we're going to... Yes, here. We didn't get to look at this last time. So this is the pressure exchange chamber.
No, this is the prep room.
Oh.
There are 2 levels. The actual pressure exchange chamber is downstairs.
How do you know that?
Alice told me. She was one of the people who investigated this room.
Did you talk to her when you were waiting for us back in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, let's head downstairs then.
Good idea.
We've been here before. It's weird as like more things, like as we do more branches, more things are unlocking our progress. So this is the real thing.
Seems like it.
Why do they have something like this here?
Well, this is just what Alice told me, but...
Apparently the pressure inside this facility was a lot higher than the pressure outside. That was part of a system designed to keep the virus from getting in. It did mean, however, that we'd need to go through a decompression process in order to get outside.
Remember all those suits along the wall of the prep room?
Mm-hmm.
Those keep you from getting infected. We won't even be able to enter the pressure exchange chamber if we don't have them on.
Cool. I see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Then that newspaper article was right?
Unfortunately, that seems pretty likely.
So the air out there is teeming with Radical 6?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Something's been bothering me.
What is it?
Aren't you saying that if we put on those suits, we can go into the pressure exchange chamber and go outside, right?
Yeah.
Oh. No, we can't do that. The door beyond the pressure exchange chamber is locked up tight.
Damn it. Just one door between us and freedom.
Well, if you look at it that way, it's the same as the number 9 door.
True. Okay, yeah, but... Knows
Whatever.
what was.
We need to be focusing on finding that Accelavir. Quark needs it.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll go look around upstairs. You two take this floor, all right?
Understood.
Okay.
It's a lot of trash. We looked everywhere we could think of, but turned up nothing. Eventually... I couldn't keep my mouth shut any longer. Hey, what do you think the deal is with this stuff about the world being infested with some crazy virus? A pandemic seems like it would make the news, but I don't remember hearing anything. Wait a minute. You mentioned it, didn't you, back when Dio was asking questions? We were in the infirmary. It was right after Quark lost it.
Have any of you guys heard anything about any sort of viral pandemic?
Well, no. But
And then Alice said,
I have heard rumors about a virus being used as a bioweapon.
so what's the rumor she was talking about? I got the feeling you and Alice were talking about the same thing. Clover, what do you know? What are you and Alice anyway? I heard you guys belong to some sort of organization, but what is it? Why is it a mess? Clover was quiet for a long time. Longer than anything. She bit her thumbnail and looked down at the floor. Then finally she lifted her head and met my eyes.
fine. I think I can trust you. Just don't tell Alice, okay? Promise?
Alright. I promise. Clover nodded and began to talk. I listened with rapt attention, at a complete loss for words. Here is what she said. Alice and I are agents of the SOIS, which is under the jurisdiction of the Department of Defense. SOIS stands for Special Office of Internal Security, and we're an elite intelligence division that investigates potentially disruptive or dangerous elements such as domestic or foreign terrorists, radical political splinter groups, and religious organizations with extreme agendas that could pose a threat to the state or citizenry. Our existence hasn't been made public, so there are only a few people who even know we exist. You're probably wondering how I even got involved in something like that, huh? Well, it started when I met Alice. I told you that I played the notary game twice before, right? Well, this was after the second time, so about a year ago. We just escaped and we were all stuffed into this SUV barreling across the desert. I was driving, and that's when I saw her. Alice. She was standing next to the road with her thumb out. She was already working for the SOIS, and she'd been on her way to the building when we'd been trapped in as part of her investigation. Oh. But on the way there, her car had broken down. We offered to give her a ride, of course. After she got in, we started talking, and it turned out that Alice had gotten a tip that the terrorists she was after were in the building we'd been trapped in. We couldn't see how us playing the notary game had anything to do with the terrorists, but Alice had a suggestion. Maybe the two people who trapped you in there are the terrorists. That didn't seem very likely to us, but we were chasing after them anyway, so we decided to bring Alice with us. Unfortunately, we didn't find them. As far as we know, they're still out there now, on the run. Anyway, we were taken back to SOIS headquarters and put into custody. I guess they thought there had to be some kind of connection between us being kidnapped and the terrorist group they were investigating. But they must not have found anything because after a few days of questioning, they let us go. We all went home and returned to our lives, as best as we could. Then things didn't go back to the way they'd been. My mom got real worried about me and my brother since we'd gotten kidnapped twice now, so she hired bodyguards for us. Oh, I haven't told you about my brother, have I? He's super awesome, he really is, for one. And he was in both the last two notary games too. So anyway, we'd been grabbed twice. But the people behind the two notary games were totally different. That didn't matter to my mom, though. So after that, all these huge men in black suits followed me and my brother everywhere. It was awful. We were always being watched. People would look at us funny. Because we were being followed around by a bunch of creepy-looking dudes. I couldn't stand it. Just when I thought I'd finally be free, all that was waiting for me was another kind of prison. The only time I was really happy was when I was hanging out with my brother. So we were talking it over one day and we decided to leave. Like, run away. So we did. After that, we lived on our own. I worked in a cafe and he composed music. He plays the harp and he started writing this kind of new agey music. It got kind of popular, so we didn't have to worry too much about surviving. Sometimes he'd play a little bit at little venues like coffee houses and stuff, and his fans would show up and listen to him play and cry. Or some of them would meet on their own and recite stuff from the book he'd written and play his songs. I know that sounds kind of like weird and culty, but they just do that stuff on their own, okay? My brother doesn't have anything to do with it. Anywho, we did that for a while, and then one day Alice showed up. I need your help, she told us. We need people who can do what you can do. So when we went to the location she gave us, and it turned out to be the headquarters of the SOIS, where they'd taken us after the second notary game, and they put us in a room with about a dozen or so other people, who were all about the same age as us. A bunch of them looked familiar too. It only took a moment to realize how we knew each other. They were the kids from the first notary game. We were all excited to see each other again, and we were hugging and shaking hands and stuff, and then we got really nervous because then we remembered that in the first notary game things were just hectic and crazy, and there was a little girl that died but ended up not dying. And then Alice walked in. The whole room went quiet. She walked up to the podium and looked around the room, making eye contact with each one of us. Right now, a terrorist organization is preparing for a major attack. They plan to trigger a viral pandemic. If they succeed, they will strike a massive blow against all of humanity, not just any one country. It's possible that we, as a species, will die out completely. We are doing our best to prevent this, but we need your help. You are what we call espers. You have the ability to access the morphogenetic field. We need that. I'm guessing you don't know what any of that is, but basically we could do this thing that's kind of like telepathy. I mean, it isn't really telepathy, but it's probably the closest thing, okay? Espers can resonate their consciousness with another person through this thing called the morphogenetic field. The purpose of the first notary game was to research that ability. So they kidnapped kids who had the potential to do it, and threw them into the game. Alice had gathered up all the kids from that experiment. Well, I mean, it had been 9 years since that happened. So we weren't really kids anymore. Anyway, everybody she brought in was an Esper. That included me and my brother, of course. I bet you think I'm just making all this up, huh? I don't blame you. It is pretty crazy. I mean, I was even starting to forget I could do that stuff. But anyway, so when I heard Alice's story, I was like, screw that. I was trying to move on with my life, and now some shady government creeps wanted me to use some weird ability I had for them. No way. I wasn't even sure I could do it anymore. Some of the others felt differently, though, and they told Alice they'd do it. It was a job, after all, and most people wouldn't turn down a salary like that. Oh, right, I forgot to tell you. She told us how much they'd pay us for if we helped. It was a lot. More wealth than you can imagine. But I was still totally against doing it. My brother told me he'd go along with whatever I decided, so I decided we were leaving. And then it happened. A couple of days passed and Alice showed up at our apartment. She didn't waste time. The people behind the first Notary game might have been part of the terrorist organization Alice and the SOIS were after. Wasn't that she asked something that I might want to know about? Wasn't that she asked something that I might want to know more about? There you go. That got me curious. My brother too. But the clincher was that what Seven said to us. He was one of the guys that got abducted with us for the second Notary game. She called him on her phone right then and there and handed it to us. You guys are the only people who can do this. We don't know where Junpei is. What? He's gone off to travel the world looking for Akane. Ah. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Please, just do me a favor and help Alice out. Junpei, like Seven, another participant from the second Notary game. Yeah, one of the people behind the second Notary game, yep. Seven was a Japanese policeman, which was probably how Alice got in touch with him. Anyway, that did it. My brother and I agreed to join the SOIS. For the next couple months, all we did was train. Half the time, it was general knowledge, technical skills, and SOIS agent needed, and SOIS, okay? The other half was learning to strengthen our Esper abilities. They'd actually known about Espers for quite a while, and had a lot of techniques that helped us get better and stronger. After several months of hard work, we were finally ready for our first field missions. Mine was an infiltration. My brother stayed at the base so I could relay information back through him. I was supposed to sneak into a research facility posing as one of their workers, and then use the morphogenetic field to transmit what I found back to my brother. But I got captured. Yep, everything went wrong. It was a trap. The whole research facility was fake and I got captured. Alice had to come and rescue me. I'd been sending information about the inside of the facility to my brother, and Alice used that information to come and find me. As soon as she got there, she picked me up and carried me out. I was relieved and happy to be alive and free, but I also felt ashamed and miserable. While she was carrying me back out, I started to cry. She was just so cool, and I wasn't. I wanted to be just like her. So from that day onward, I did everything I could to be more like Alice. Well, infiltration ended in failure, but we did manage to get something useful. In fact, we were able to figure out where their headquarters was. The directors had decided that December 25th, 2028 would be the day we would strike. This time, I promised myself we wouldn't screw it up. I was finally going to get some answers about something that had been with me for most of my life. Who are you? What are you? But then, on December 22nd, 3 days before the raid, Alice and I were attacked by people in gas masks while we were going over our plans. And when you woke up, you were in the warehouse.
Yeah.
All that talking seemed to have tired Clover out. She sighed and her long hair swayed as she moved. Hey, I've got a few questions.
What are they?
Well, first off, your powers, I guess. I'm guessing you can't use them right now.
Yeah. I'm not really sure why. I've been sending my brother messages ever since I woke up, but
No response?
yeah. If there was another Esper here, they could make me stronger. But that's just wishful thinking. Wait.
What?
Well, if there's someone else who's stronger than me, then they kind of absorb my powers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe... No, never mind. That's probably not it.
I don't get it. Right. Whatever. I have some other questions, so moving on. I think I understand what Alice was talking about now. They were trying to spread that virus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who are they?
Well,
We
I
don't
can't
know.
tell you that.
What? Why not? You told me all of that other stuff, but this is too much? No, she just doesn't know, man.
Well,
Calm the fuck down.
Alice would be mad at me.
I already told you I wouldn't tell her.
But
Fine. Let me rephrase. When are they going to do it?
well, if we knew that, we wouldn't have gone to all that trouble.
Right? So you don't know.
No. All we know is soon.
But that could mean just about anything.
Yeah. It could be next week or next month or even next year. Or it could have happened already.
Wait. You mean they might have already released the virus?
Wouldn't
Yeah.
that make the most sense?
Yeah.
Like, how about this room? Or that newspaper article? And the 3 people who were put in cold sleep.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying you, me, and Alice were frozen and the pandemic happened while we were on ice? Like Yuri? On ice? Wait. No, that doesn't make sense. Nobody else has heard of Radical 6 either.
Maybe they're lying.
Really? All 6 of them?
Well, if Kay really does have memory loss, then it's only 5. Quark is out too.
So you're saying Temioji, Dio, Phi, and Luna are all lying? I guess there are real suspicious.
Right?
A little suspicious. So what's their motive?
For lying? How would I know?
Well, it's something to plug out that pipe, so... Then what's the motive for the territory to start a pandemic?
I heard it was something about purifying the unclean?
That's Dio's fucking place.
Oh. Unclean. Unclean. Unclean.
Unclean.
Unclean.
Uncle. What? What are you doing?
Shut up. Just hold on a minute.
Okay.
I'm this close to remembering. Unclean. Clean. Een.
Huh? She slept up suddenly excited.
Neostigmine.
Neo what?
Did you forget it already? I'm talking about this stuff.
As she spoke, she pulled something out of her pocket. It was the injection gun, complete with a vial of medication. Yes? Alright, I remember that. It was in the safe in the treatment center, right? Yeah. I didn't have any idea what it was, though, so I gave it to you.
Exactly.
Are you saying you've heard about this neostigmine stuff before?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just remembered.
Okay, what do you remember? You remembered?
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of colon esterase inhibitor.
I don't know what that means.
That means it's a sort of antidote for tubocurarine.
Okay. Sorry, but I still don't get it.
How easy do I have to make it?
Just lay it all out. Baby it for me. He not a smart boy.
Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll start at the top, alright?
Okay.
The stuff I've got in here is neostigmine,
Yes.
which counteracts the muscle relaxant tubocurarine.
Okay.
Following me?
Yes. Tubocurarine is the poison in our bracelets, right?
Right. It's the second thing we get injected with if we're penalized.
First, is this over real? What put you to sleep? 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
So you're saying this neostigmine keeps it from working?
Yes! Oh my god!
Yes.
How many times are you going to make me say it?
As many times as it takes for my dumbass to get it. So we can just inject ourselves with this if we get penalized?
Yeah! We don't have to die. We're gonna be okay. We can only pull the trigger once, though.
That means we can only use it on one person.
Yeah.
Well, it's still good news. This means one of us can break the rules once. Like, let's see.
The best way to use it would be for sneaking through the number 9 door. If somebody gets 9 points, they can open it, right? With this
Yes.
stuff, somebody who doesn't have 9 points could still leave with them. Anyway, I'm gonna go tell Alice.
No. No. Why? Why would you? Clover, wait! Oh my god. Ven aquí! It was too late. Clover was already on the lift and gone. Ugh. Damn. I was, I think understandably, upset. As you should be. No stairs, my only choice was to wait for the lift to come back down. And as soon as the lift went back down, was back, I jumped on and headed upstairs. Bye. Where did Clover go? She's sick too? Fi, can you hear me? She didn't say anything, just stared at me with her mouth half open. Her eyes seemed slightly gazed and her body was unnaturally stiff. Fi? I grabbed her shoulder and shook her gently. Slowly she raised her arms, her arm finger dropping limply from it. She gestured toward the exit that leads away from the warehouse. That way? She went out that door? Fi's only answer was a slow, shallow nod. Right, got it. Thanks. Head for the exit, then paused. You look pretty tired. Get some rest, alright? Still no response. There's something odd. There was something odd about her by catching Clover seemed, yeah, more pressing. I turned back around and jogged out the door toward the treatment center. What is this music? Huh? This is weird. Where is everybody? Where is there? I really want to know where everyone is. So Alice would be in the treatment center, so Clover and I could have gone there to find her. But Luna and Temioji were gone too. They left Quark and they left the beans. Did I say the beans? Wow. They left Quark and... Oh my god. And they left Quark and the readout on his pod said his vital signs were still normal. As far as I could tell, he was still asleep. Well, I guess it's time to go look somewhere else. I made my way out of the treatment center. Into the pantry. Go to the infirmary. What the hell? What is going on here? Can't find anybody. You haven't gone to the infirmary. Every single room is empty. Wait. There's still one place I haven't checked. I know there isn't. The infirmary. Everybody's dead. I ran into the room and stopped short. I might as well have run into a brick wall. My chest tightened so much I could barely breathe. No. What? What happened? Felt my whole body convulse. Why is it all squiggly like that? Whether from terror or nausea, I couldn't tell. My legs went from limp and I crumpled to the floor. Something sticky pressed against the palm of my hand, and I looked down to see blood. A face, warm pool of fresh blood stretching out vast across the room, lapping at my legs and hands. Why? This can't be real. How could... Oh, shit. Middle of the lake of blood, like an island of flesh were bodies. They were a bloody triangle of lifeless limbs and dead eyes with too much blood and chaos for me to tell who was who. Had they sliced themselves open or stabbed one another? How did they survive? I couldn't tell. All the blood, too much blood. Whatever they'd done, it was clear what tool they'd used to do it. Scalpel? The scalpel lay in the blood next to them. Its handle and blade streaked with gore. Oh my god, what is bothering my face? This was how they had died. This tiny blade. God, this is it. It's all over. This is how it ends. That's right. I have to end it. This nightmare will finally be over. What is this, Danganronpa? Time to wake up. Yep, Danganronpa. My fingers scraped across the floor as I picked up the scalpel. I lifted it slowly, carefully to my neck, as if someone were guiding my hand with theirs. I drew it across my throat. Or Naruto. Yeah? Maybe. What happened? It's dark. Oh, we got Clover's End, where everyone dies. Cool. I honestly wasn't expecting everyone to be like. I know I said it, but I was saying it as a joke. Your ending sucked, Clover. All right, I'm gonna end this part here, and then I think we have another branch to visit. Yes, because I think we just finished this one to get Clover's End. So, well, I'm gonna see if we can get anything with that now, with the information she gave us. But we'll look next time. So, thank you guys for joining me for this part. Leave a comment down below about what you thought of the video. If you want to see more videos that I've done, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and check it out. But I'm gonna end this here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!